What is up, everybody? This is NerdingOutSports, and today we're talking about our 3-7 New York Giants and a playoff push. Who would have thought? The NFL is crazy, the NFC East stinks, and the Giants, with 6 games left, are in a fight, a four-way fight for the NFC East crown. It's a fatal four-way right now. All four teams are right there next to each other. Philadelphia having that half a game lead thanks to the tie earlier this year with the Bengals. And I got to say, as a Giants fan, it's nice to be playing meaningful football or watching the team play meaningful football this time of the year because it hasn't happened since 2016. And I think the Giants have a very realistic chance to win this division. I'm not going to guarantee anything because it's going to be a very tough schedule. All four teams have a legit shot of winning this thing. And the Giants certainly don't have an easy road. They're at Cincinnati, at Seattle, home against Arizona and Cleveland, at Baltimore, and then home against Dallas. That last game against the Cowboys could very well be the game that decides the division winner. Washington does play Philadelphia week 17, but if we were to finish with the same record as Washington, we would win due to the tiebreaker because we swept them. So I'm not too worried about Washington finishing with the same record because we would get the tiebreaker over them. But if they have a better record, obviously they're going to win the thing over us. So these next 6 games, like I said, a tough road. I can see 2 to 3 wins in these next 6 games. I'm not going to be too optimistic and start saying they're going to go 4-2, 5-1, 6-0, because even though Arizona is coming off of a loss last week, they haven't looked as good. They're still a very good team. Cleveland is one of those games that I think that we could win, but at the same time, I can see us losing. I don't think we're going to beat Seattle on the road. I don't think we're going to beat Baltimore on the road. I think we should be able to beat Cincinnati. The situation favors us, even though the same thing happened earlier this year with the 49ers, and we got thrashed, so nothing is guaranteed. But I would say the winnable games over these next 6 are Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Dallas, and maybe Arizona. But I don't think we're going to be able to beat the Cardinals. Right now, they're playing at a very high level, a better level than we are. So if we finish, with 2 to 3 wins, let's say we finish 5-11, 6-10, I predicted 6-10. I'd be fine with that if they win 5 games or 6 games and end the season, even if they don't make the playoffs. Because that would tell me that the second half of the season, they fought. They continued to fight. They continued to do what they've done all year. And if they lose, like I said, 3 or 4 of these next 6 games, and all of those games have been pretty much the same as what we've been seeing, where they're continuing to fight and stay in it, that's all we can ask for. But at the same time, hey, we have a shot, so go ahead and take advantage of it. And again, even if they don't make it, it's a really good thing for this coaching staff and for this young team to get that experience saying, hey, we were playing meaningful football in October, November, and December, and we had a shot. It's a really good thing. I know a lot of people say there are no moral victories in football, but that is certainly something that a young team with the new coaching staff can take going forward into next season. So a lot of factors into this thing. Even if they don't make it, there's a lot of good that can come out of this playoff chase right now for the Giants. And believe it or not, we could be in first place at the end of Week 12. If Washington beats Dallas on Thursday, if we beat the Bengals on Sunday, and Seattle beats Philly on Monday, we have first place, which is crazy. It'd only be for the week, potentially, but hey, we would have first place. And again, it would just prove that anything is possible right now in this terrible division. And the good news is we will be getting some reinforcements. We don't know exactly when, but McKinney and O'Shane Jimenez have both returned to practice, so that's good news. I don't think they're going to play this Sunday, and I think that's okay. Maybe we see O'Shane Jimenez before we see McKinney. But if they both have to come back next week against Seattle, then that might be more favorable. I don't want to rush McKinney back. He needs as much time as he can to learn this playbook, learn this defense, and get out there because we're relying on him to be a huge part of this defense. And the same for O'Shane Ximines, although he did play a few games before getting hurt this year. And we know that he would probably be the second best edge rusher on this team when he comes back, because with Lorenzo Carter hurt, we haven't been seeing much pressure coming off the edges. We've been getting more pressure with our defensive line, which is fine because the Giants are actually one of the top teams in pressures and quarterback hits and even sacks. They're top 10, which is definitely surprising. So getting O'Shane back would certainly be nice for this pass rush that has been playing a lot better than I think people could have expected them to play at this point in the season. And also, Tay Crowder and Ryan Lewis will hopefully be back this Sunday. Again, it could be one of those situations where they wait another week for those guys. But Crowder, very small sample size, but he was better than Devontae Downs has been playing. And it'd be nice to have a 3-man middle linebacker rotation with Martinez, who's playing great. Mayo's been pretty good. And have Tay Crowder. And if we get Ryan Lewis back, we see less of Isaac Yiadom. Lewis has been better than Yiadom, even though Yiadom has been playing a little bit better over the last couple of weeks. But if you get those 4 players back to this defense, I mean, all of a sudden, Patrick Graham has a lot of weapons to use in a lot of different looks. We can see a lot of 3 safety looks with McKinney, Ryan, and Peppers. We can see Peppers drop down to play some of the box. We can see McKinney do the same thing. Maybe Logan Ryan plays some slot corner. Maybe he plays some outside corner. Maybe Darnay Holmes can move around a little bit. It's definitely going to help with the looks, the different looks, and we've seen that all year. Even with players that are struggling, Patrick Graham is bringing in a bunch of different packages and a bunch of different looks, and now to get these guys back would be huge for the defense. And like I said earlier, no matter how they finish these next 6 games, it is just nice to be playing some meaningful football this time of the year. I know fans want to tank. I know fans want the better draft pick. But that's okay. If that's the way you want to go about the rest of the season, that's fine. Right now, I don't care about the draft. Right now, I care about the Giants making the playoffs and having that shot at making the playoffs. I think it's fun to watch. That's all it is. I don't care about the records. Throw the record out the window. If you get in there, if you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. I don't think we'll go on a Super Bowl run or anything crazy like that, but you never know. I think it would be huge for a young team to get that playoff experience. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. When do you expect Xavier McKinney to make his debut, and what do you think he's going to bring to this defense? Do you think O'Shane Ximines will bring more of a, I don't want to say edge because he's an edge rusher, but do you think he'll improve this pass rush? Because he hasn't really been great when he was playing this year, but we know from last year he is definitely effective in the pass rushing department. So what do you think the returning players are going to bring to this defense? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Let's go Giants. Peace out.